two Karen Gillans. I mean, I don't think it's a terrible idea. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. This is From the Vault. From the Vault. Let's see what's in the vault. This is a movie I saw 2 months ago, 3 months ago, actually, but I put it off until it was actually released to the public. It's a movie I saw at this year's Sundance Film Festival, and it's one I've been looking forward to talk about in more detail. I kind of hinted at what it is in my larger Sundance video, and that film is, movies and TVs that I do here, Duel, spelled D-U-A-L. Duel is directed by Riley Stearns. I am new to his work. His previous film was a film called The Art of Self-Defense. I have not seen it. Heard about it, never seen it. He also did, this is a film that is set in the future, I guess. It centers on Sarah. She's played by Karen Gillan, and she is a young woman who discovers that she's dying of an inoperable stomach illness that will eventually kill her. And wouldn't you know it, in the future, technology has come so far as to be able to clone yourself essentially as a tool of condolence to the people you're leaving behind, family, friends, loved ones, spouses. And she decides, especially when her doctor says that there is absolutely no chance outside of the very small margin of error that you will live through this, she creates a clone of herself. Another Sarah, also played by Karen Gillan. And then, wouldn't you know it, Sarah discovers she's not dying after all. She said, well, it's never happened before, but you've fallen into the margin of error. So one small problem. Her clone, who she is very much not terribly fond of, has taken over her life. Her boyfriend breaks up with her to be with her clone. Her mom, who she already had an estranged relationship with, seems to like the clone better. The clone has taken over her life. And here's the other big kicker. The clone is supposed to be executed, basically supposed to be exterminated because of the fact that she is no longer considered necessary. But can she be executed? No, but she should, if she doesn't choose to go willingly, which she doesn't, she kind of likes being Sarah. There is another solution. A duel to the death, where Hunger Games style, where Sarah has to eventually kill her clone before her clone kills her in 1 year's time. So what to do? Train with the delightfully deadpan combat specialist played by Aaron Paul and take the sucker out. So let the mayhem and weird metaphors and deadpan humor begin. So Duel is a interesting film. The way I describe this, I want to just kind of acknowledge things. If you go into this film expecting from that premise to be the Hunger Games or Battle Royale with like a slightly kind of sarcastic sense of humor, you're not really going to get it. There's kind of it's not an action film. There's kind of one action sequence at the very beginning involving Theo James, who has a cameo that kind of sets up the world. And then for the most part, this is kind of a deadpan sci-fi satire dark comedy drama. This is not an action film. And I kind of was impressed because when I heard about this movie, because I chose to watch it on Sundance, it was in Sundance, it was kind of one of the things where I picked it, I was like, this sounds like a fun action movie, because there were no trailers for it, like it was premiering there. When I saw it, it was I went to the premiere of it. And I was kind of like, this is not really an action film at all. It was kind of a deadpan comedy, and I kind of liked that. When people ask me to describe it, like, imagine an action film in the Napoleon Dynamite universe or the universe of a Hal Ashby movie, and you basically have Duel. It's a strange film. It's Karen Gillan is really good in a dual role, no pun intended. This kind of where it goes. And what I love about it is just the deadpan tone of the humor, where everyone is very arch, everyone is very deadpan. Now, that being said, Duel is a very polarizing film. There are some people who are going to loathe this movie and think it's just too dark in its sense of humor, it's too nihilistic, it's too deadpan, it's too weird. And then there are going to be those like me, little weirdos, who love this movie. I love Duel. What I loved about it was, it's not simply enough that a character... This is the kind of movie where the closest thing we get to an actual violent action sequence is the combat training is Aaron Paul gives her a violent, gory horror film to watch, and the line delivery is, "Go watch this. It's horrible, but it's also incredibly violent. It'll help you." And then she goes home and watches it and goes, "My word, that is violent." And then she goes here, it's like, "Here's the sequel. They made a sequel? Yes, it's considerably worse made, but it's considerably more violent also. I look forward to watching it." It's that kind of robotic dark humor. That is some people's cup of tea. Myself. That is not everyone's. It is very, very, very stilted and deadpan. I love that about this movie. I love the world building. Now, if there's one flaw, though, that keeps Duel from the top of the heap, and it's not the top of the heap, it's not going to get my finger salute, my gun salute, it's simply the fact that in the ending I'm not entirely sure worked for me, and the reason why is not really the fault of the ending itself. It's ambitious, and it goes in a way you don't expect it to. Without spoiling it, it's this weird thing of, it's a little confusing, in the sense that there's an event that sort of happens that has implications involving the two Sarahs, and I lost track, maybe it's just me, and maybe I need to just watch it again. I lost track of which Sarah was doing what to which Sarah for a second, and it kind of threw me off, and it made that kind of feel kind of a bit head-scratching. Other than that, though, Duel is delightful, and I'm going to close the book there. Yeah, Duel is great. I've been looking forward to talk about it. It is now, I think, available to rent on demand. It's also playing in select theaters. I know that here in St. Louis, it's playing in O'Fallon, Illinois. I know at least this weekend. It's playing in select theaters as well as on streaming. I think it's Shudder. I think it's going to go on Shudder, I think. Maybe down the line. AMC Plus, maybe. Yeah, it's owned by the company that puts out a lot of their movies. Yeah, a lot of fun. Fun flick. Yeah, I'm going to give Duel... I'm not going to go all the way, but I'm going to go pretty far. I'm going to give Duel 4.5 out of 5 stars. This is not the best film I saw at Sundance, but it was delightful. And I really, in a twisted way, but it was really, and Karen Gillan just is great. Yeah, so 4.5 stars for Duel. Let's close the book on it. Trailer Trash None, watched it at Sundance. Was there shawarma? The last scene bleeds throughout the entire credits. I remember that. I do remember that vividly. Alright, yeah. So, we will be back coming up in the week ahead. We will have reviews. First off, Happy Easter, for those who celebrate it. And for my Jewish friends, Happy Passover. Very Merry Passover to you. We will be coming up this week. Thursday, we will have back-to-back reviews late Thursday. Like I said, more like early Friday by the time both of them get out. We will have reviews of the DreamWorks animated feature The Bad Guys, as well as one of my most anticipated films of the year, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, starring Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage. Friday, we will have a review for you guys, Friday evening, of another most anticipated movie this year, Robert Eggers' The Northman, which I'm really excited to check out. Also next week we'll have a review of the Disney nature documentary on Disney Plus, Polar Bear, narrated by Catherine Keener. Next week we are set to have reviews of the Liam Neeson flick Memory, as well as the Hulu original film Crush, starring Rowan Blanchard. We will also have reviews coming up for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, the Christian comedy film Family Camp, as well as Firestarter, and much more to come. Also, I'm going to St. Louis Fan Expo. I might do a video on it, depending on who I meet, and yeah. Alright, because I might be meeting Kevin Smith this weekend. That weekend. I'm really excited. And the cast of Clerks. Alright, we'll be back for all that, and that'll all be next time, and until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love our class dismissed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does, but that's what you're supposed to do. Or so I've been told. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, You can check me out on letterboxd.com at Raising Popcorn with Grant. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And I want to know down below, what did you think of Duel? Did you like the film? Did you hate the film? Do you think my opinion's good? Do you think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And yeah. Thank you all. Take care. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. See you soon.